Hello everyone, I am Riya Vaidya and welcome back to our YouTube channel, your go-to destination for insightful discussions on business and entrepreneurship. In today's interview, we will be exploring the intricacies of company incorporation in Singapore, and I'm delighted to have our Deputy Manager, Ms. Komal Singh, an expert in corporate law and business development. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
So Komal, can you walk me through the process of company incorporation in Singapore?
Yeah, sure. Setting up company in Singapore is quite easy as compared to other countries. The whole process completes within 2 to 3 days. So before starting the process, we have to understand the client requirements. So we understand what exactly type of company he wants to choose. Okay. Once we understand the client requirements, we start with the name reservation through ACRA. And after the name reservation, we start to prepare the documents. Once all the documents prepared, we filed all the documents in the ACRA. And after filing all the documents, within 1 day, we get certificate of incorporation. And as we get certificate of incorporation, we move for the corporate bank account. And that can be done remotely also. No need to visit our client to Singapore.
Okay. So Komal, can you tell me what are the key requirements for company incorporation in Singapore?
The key requirements are the one resident director is mandatory for the company incorporation, and appointment of company secretary within the 6 months of incorporation. The minimum paid up capital is $1 Singaporean.
Okay.
And the registered office must be in Singapore for the company incorporation in Singapore.
Can you explain the taxation systems for companies in Singapore, including any incentives or benefits for newly incorporated business?
The corporate tax rate for the companies in Singapore is 17%, and the newly incorporated companies can enjoy partial tax exemptions and startup tax exemptions.
Okay. Reflecting on your experience, what fundamental advice would you offer newcomers about the intricacies of incorporating a company in Singapore?
My fundamental advice for the newcomers would be make a thorough research on the regulatory requirements of Singapore. Take a professional assistance when needed. Also maintain a statutory compliance for the requirements of the company.
Can you share some common pitfalls that entrepreneurs should avoid when incorporating a company?
Yeah, sure. So some common pitfalls most of the entrepreneurs do are not conducting thorough market research, underestimating the compliance requirements, choosing the wrong business structure is a major pitfall most of the entrepreneurs do, ignoring tax planning strategies, and not seeking professional assistance when needed.
Okay. So Komal, as we already know that you handle most of the cases for company incorporation in Singapore. So can you share some helpful tips for handling all the paperwork and rules when incorporating a company in Singapore, that's something anyone can understand and use?
So the basic tips we always give to our client, that is stay organized and keep track of all paperwork. Create checklist of requirements and deadlines. Utilize online resources and guides issued by government agencies, and consider outsourcing administrative tasks to perform professional service provider to streamline the process.
So what are the best practices for entrepreneurs who are considering Singapore as a location for their business incorporation?
Some best practices for entrepreneurs considering Singapore for company incorporation includes conducting thorough market research and feasibility studies, seeking expert guidance on legal, tax and regulatory matters, building a strong network and leveraging government support programs, prioritizing compliance and corporate governance, investing of continuous learning and staying updated on industry trend.
So my last question is to you. In your opinion, what Enterslice apart from other firms offering company incorporation services in Singapore?
Enterslice stands out from other firms offering company incorporation in Singapore due to a commitment to professional tailored solution to client specific needs. We have team of 500 plus experienced professionals, track record of successfully assisting 1000 plus clients and 100% client satisfaction.
So Komal, thank you so much once again for your time and expertise.
Thank you for having me here.
I hope you found this discussion valuable and informative. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you wish to incorporate your company in Singapore, visit www.enterslice.com.